Let's take a look at some front squats. Now, as you can see, as he begins his squat, his chest is up. However, about halfway down through the lift, you can see his chest and head come forward. So let's bring it back to the beginning and just watch what we can work on. Having your chest up is critical when receiving a clean. And the best place to practice that is your front squat. Now, right about there, you see his head start to dip, his chest start to come forward, which will actually bring your center of gravity a little bit forward of where it should be. And you really don't want to receive a clean with the bar in front like that. You can hurt your back. What we want to work on here is better thoracic control, having his chest up through the thoracic spine, and that might be a mobility issue, and maybe a stability issue, or just a neuromuscular patterning issue for him to learn and work on keeping his chest up better. And watch when he comes up out of the hole. You really want to have your chest up when you come out of the hole. Otherwise, the weight can drive you forward and drive you down. So practice your front squats with your chest up better, and you will then be able to catch your clean and receive it better. As you can see from that last video, as he was going down into his front squat, you could see that his good upright chest position was lost halfway down through the front squat. It's very important that we don't allow that to happen with our lifters. If they're receiving cleans, especially down in the receiving position, and their chest is round, which if someone's doing a front squat like that is most likely happening, it's very dangerous, especially for the back, because their back is not, their core is really not engaged and able to receive that bar in the clean. You also want to be able to take advantage of bar spring, so you need to really have a very rigid core so that when you receive the bar and you get at the bottom of the hole, you can use the bar spring to help you come out of the hole. If your chest collapses, all the energy that should be going into the bar spring is now being used to collapse you, and now you're stuck and have no spring to come up out of the hole with the bar. It's really a neat trick to be able to do, and it's a nice way to help get you out of the hole and conserve some energy for your jerk. One of the drills that I like to use to help correct that problem is the Pilates arc. Many people have a difficult time extending their thoracic spine because their joints of their thoracic spine are tight. So what we do is I spend a lot of time laying on the Pilates arc to work on the thoracic spine and to try to generate some extension through the joints. I don't roll my spine to get this. I want to lay here and just use the position and gravity to really help create the stretch. We can also do a little side bending while we're in this position, just to enhance the amount of extension that we're creating in that spine. I also like to sit on the Pilates arc from the other end, because it does hit two different spots in your thoracic spine. This tends to get a little lower on the thoracic spine, whereas the first one tends to hit a little higher in the thoracic spine. But all good stretching for that part of your back that really needs it. And then again, we can do the side-to-side movement to help increase the stretch. As with any stretches of joints, the most important thing after a stretch is to then teach your muscles how to use the new range of motion that you just found. It's just common physical therapy 101. When you stretch a joint, you then relearn how to use that new range of motion that you just gained in order to keep it. So there's some neuromuscular re-education going on. So what we do is we use the Pilates arc once again. We take a dowel, and we want to try to isolate out the thoracic spine. Doing hypers on the floor or out of the GHD machine, you want to really not just have the lower back being engaged with those exercises. You want to make sure that your upper thoracic spine is being connected and being worked so that that gets strong as well. What I like to do is have this part of your body on the Pilates arc and just work on hyperextension through the thoracic spine, picking that up as high as you can. And what that does is it helps connect your brain to your thoracic spine so that you can begin to build that motor pattern so that when you catch it clean or do a front squat, you can stay in that position all the way throughout the entire motion, all the way down to the bottom of the hole. So try those tips and see if that doesn't help your clean and your front squat, and it'll certainly help make you more safe so that you can lift more weight. Thanks.